Hey everyone, welcome back to Life After Neverland. Today we're going to be talking about The Masked Singer Episode 3. So if you have not watched the episode yet, we're going to start off with some major spoilers. Make sure you watch the episode and come back and join us. But before we get started, of course, you guys, we always want to ask very kindly if you would be willing to subscribe. Well, we would be so grateful. And a huge thank you to all of the people who have subscribed to us. You have been a huge blessing. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. We do have some really exciting things happening right now. We most currently had an interview with Raina Uzbai from The Chosen. She's 11 years old. She plays Abigail, and she was such a treat to be able to get to know and talk with. So please check out that interview if you're a Chosen fan. If not, you guys should check out The Chosen. It's such an amazing TV series. You can download that on the Google Store app. Now, if you're a Big Brother fan, this Friday on the TVCO app, both of these apps I'm talking to you about are free, so it's well worth the download. But on the TVCO app, we're going to be talking with Nicole Anthony and her podcast partner, Eric. We're so excited. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the TVCO app, and it gives you an opportunity to speak with Nicole as well. So we can all get together in a chat group and have some fun with Nicole. Now, here's the new stuff. We're going to be meeting with Cliff Hogg this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the TVCO app. So, Big Brother fans, come and join us, because what a treat that these house guests are coming in and spending time with us. They're beautiful souls, no doubt. So moving on about The Masked Singer, you guys, we are going to talk about who was revealed on last night's episode. Prior to this reveal, we saw Busta Rhymes and Mickey Rourke. This one was the biggest surprise for me. I literally, my mouth dropped and I was fangirling out like crazy. It was Brian Austin Green from 90210. I love it. It made me so excited. A few things that I loved about this reveal was, one, that Robin Thicke used to be friends with Brian Austin Green, and he literally had no clue. So they did a great job fooling the panelists as well. Their guesses were pretty great. They had Seth Green, so they were getting some of the clues from that, Green, Brian Austin Green. Shia LaBeouf, because there was a Megan Fox, which is Brian Austin Green's ex-wife, clue. So I thought it was great. I enjoyed their ideas, their guesses, and they were different than before. Usually they're way off. Just like me, I'm always way off. Well, sometimes I have a winner. But I enjoyed seeing them guess and try to get to the clue, and they did a really good job. Especially Joel, the special guest for the night. He was even closer because he guessed Jason Priestley. So he had one castmate from 90210. One of the issues that I have with the show right now is just specifically that whatever group an artist is compiled into, that seals their fate. So the group A and the group B together competing, and then on October 28th, we're going to start seeing the other groups. I feel like they should all just compete together in one big lump sum, because I feel like last season there were artists that I feel could have stayed longer if you compiled them in a different group. They would have fared better. And I thought Brian was a good singer. He just wasn't as good of a singer as this compiled of group. But what if you put him with Group C and Group D? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. I believe Brian said that he was okay with going home at this point in time because the costume is really hot. And didn't Mickey Rourke take off his head simply because it was way too hot and ultimately eliminated himself from the game? I mean, talk about crazy. They're not even on the stage for that long. My husband and I used to work at Disney. Now imagine a furry, fuzzy character, or even just a dancer in Florida performing in 100-degree weather, including humidity, and wearing a costume like that and doing a show that is 40 minutes long, 35 minutes long, or even doing a parade, for that matter, for 45 minutes on concrete every day. They're being very diva-esque, in my opinion. All right, so now we're going to talk about the remaining contestants. First up, we have the popcorn. Last week, some of the guesses were Tina Turner and Mary J. Blige. I definitely was jumping on that Mary J. Blige train. This is a mature artist, and after I listened this week, I did hear the Tina Turner tones, but many people have been saying Taylor Dayne. That was another guess, and I can definitely hear Taylor Dayne. But let's listen to the clues. I picked the popcorn costume because I wanted to step far outside of my comfort zone. But my favorite part so far is flirting with Nick. Really? I'm not the only one here looking like a snack. Okay. Oh my goodness. What? I wasn't always a healthy treat. When I was a tiny kernel, I suffered from a bizarre condition. I couldn't eat or sleep. I developed severe anxiety and felt like I was in an emotional prison until I dug deep into my pop core and found my voice. which led me away from the drama to the other side. Yes, because of my voice, I survived, and tonight I can deliver up another delicious performance. So with that performance, the judges then guessed Gloria Gaynor, who sings "I Will Survive," that famous song, which I can get on board with that. When I was listening, I could hear that, but it's been so long. That song came out in 1978. Now, we did see Rubik's Cube, I remember that, and we did see a crimper. Taylor Dayne definitely had really crimpy hair in a few of her videos when I was growing up. I mean, I literally had Taylor Dayne records. Yeah. Definitely had those. Ken said Katy Perry, give me a break. But another guess was Vanessa Williams. And I was curious what you guys think. Please let me know in the comment section. I enjoy your guesses and I enjoy the discussion that we have going back and forth. What did you guys think about the Snow Owls? They are such a complicated duo. I can't crack that egg. I cannot crack the egg, you guys, so please help me out. Some of the prior guesses that they had for the Snow Owls, and some that you guys have given me as well, were Amy Grant and Vince Gill, Donnie and Marie Osmond. Now, some guesses that you guys had were Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. And then also someone had said Julianne and Derek Huff, which I thought was an amazing guess. But the more that I listen, the older they sound. So that takes those two couples out, the younger of the two. Some other guesses were Clint Black and Lisa Hartman. I used to love Lisa Hartman. She was on a soap opera when she was younger. She was also on this movie called Where the Boys Are from the 80s, and I absolutely love that movie. But anyways, I actually think it could be them. At least that would be my dream duo. However, the only thing is I feel like they said, the young lady owl said that they are brother and sister. Did I hear that correctly? So if that's the case, then my guess is wrong, obviously. This is a brother and a sister, not a husband and a wife. Let me read you the clues. Our Masked Singer debut was a hoot, and while we love being the first ever to compete as a pair, wheeling around in a giant egg isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Luckily, we've always had each other's back, like when I was going through a messy breakup and got swept up through an avalanche of emotions, and that was the guy. I took his side and was his anchor, despite backlash from our community. And while I was in low places, oh, I just distracted myself. Blah. Okay, low places. Where was I? That threw me off, people. Okay, and while I was in low places, he was my knight in shining armor. I had an opportunity fit for a queen that I was too scared to do, but I said, you can do it. So I took a leap of faith, and it was life-changing. Being there for each other has made us super tight, just usually not this tight because they're cramped in that little egg. So here are what the panelists guessed this week. Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams, because they have a new movie coming out. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. You guys, please help me out with these Snow Owls. Like I said before, I wanted to say Clint Black and Lisa Hartman, but now I'm feeling like this is a brother-sister duo, which is completely and utterly throwing me for a loop. I got friends in low places. That's why they're saying Garth Brooks. Hello, Corinne. That would be so cool. Animals. Now moving on to the Sun. The Sun is my favorite. The Sun is my absolute favorite thus far. And she came out singing the song Praying by Kesha. Oh my goodness. That's one of my most favorite songs. It's so beautiful and so heartfelt, and she rocked that song. She rocked it. Last week they guessed Demi Lovato, Madonna, and Catherine McPhee. I have a cat that's running back and forth, and it's making my dogs really excited, so you'll have to forgive me. But it probably looks funny to you guys, so I'm pretty sure you can see the little tail going across. So let's talk about the clues. I love dressing up as the sun. It's like every day is Halloween. I really do feel like a kid again. I missed out on a lot of my childhood growing up in a fractured home, but lately I've made up for lost time, discovering childlike outlets to make life magical, like going into the woods to find harmony and nature. I love dirt in my toes, a young memory of mine in the land that slides as my heart walks a line. What? Huh? That almost sounded like a riddle to me. whatever. And I become a whiz at cooking up tasty treats for like-minded and material girls. Finally, I'm always looking at the bright side, burning ugly rumors out of my life. Now I'm over the moon in this ultimate outlet for fun and joy. So one of the things that I really do love about The Masked Singer is when you get an artist in there who truly has gone through difficult times, you see them get choked up and emotional for being on the show, and it's moving and touching. I'm hoping that when the sun is revealed, I'm gonna have the same reaction as I did with Brian Austin Green, which was utter, like, that's awesomeness. So this week they guessed the panelists Mandy Moore, again Demi Lovato and Madonna, and Kat McPhee yet again. I really want this to be Demi Lovato, but the voice seemed different this week, which made me feel like it might not be Demi Lovato, which I really want it to be. Now, if you remember some of the past clues from The Sun, there were Disney ears as well as many other Disney references, like Frozen, I believe it was, which is what made me think it was Demi Lovato. Other guesses and buzzings online are, can you believe it, Christina Aguilera. Now, if Christina Aguilera was on the show, literally, she would have to hold back her amazingly recognizable vocals. So I don't think I'm ready to jump on the Christina Aguilera train just yet. And then others were saying Britney Spears. Part of me thought Britney too a couple times, but because they said Material Girl. I don't think this is Madonna. I know Britney and Madonna had a little thing a while ago, like years ago, so that made me think Britney Spears. I just don't know if I can jump online with that. Now, last people are saying LeAnn Rimes, and I don't know a whole lot about LeAnn Rimes except for scandalous things. So please let me know in the comments section, you guys, what you think about these amazing contestants and who you think they are. In the meantime, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Make sure to check out our interview with Raina from The Chosen and hop on over to TVCO so you can hang out with us and Nicole Anthony this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, much love and lots of kisses.